Oh, this is actually kind of funny,
Yeah.
because I had a fucking kid earlier today that was trying to make me her fucking dad. It was fucking weird as shit. She was like 13 or some shit like that, and she was like, yeah, I'm adopting you as my dad. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? I didn't sign up for this shit.
So if you're younger than 13, you shouldn't even be on here.
Then
So that's gonna be a
still
no for
problem.
me. 13 and up, that says a lot about their, you know, their situation at home. I know at one point that I tried to find a parental figure, and I'm not even a child. I just have, you know, I got daddy issues and mommy issues, so I was trying to find some kind of stability, and this isn't really the place to find that kind of stability. That we're all strangers on the internet, even to each other. Like, even though we're considered friends, I'm fairly certain, like, you'll never meet the people in real life that you met on here. And like I said before, we're all dealing with our own stuff. So, whatever you're searching for, more than likely is not going to be here.
Oh no. No, it's terrible. It's a terrible idea. I feel then that would be a way for predators to be able to groom these young minds. And, at some point it becomes a safety concern, for these kids that are here on a platform that, granted, is still vaguely on this age requirement. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of kids on here, and I think if they're on here looking for, or if they're start going in that route, then at that point they need to stop playing this game, because that's not what it's for. And then the fucked up people that are preying on these kids, it's just like there's predators everywhere, and there's always going to be predators. And it sucks that, somewhere like here, that people could experience all types of adventures and meet people from all around the world, becomes a tool that these predators could use to attack these young kids' minds.
I don't think that's good on VR. I mean, there's a lot of predators out there, but there are good people out there. Like me personally, I take in a lot of kids in real life, so I think, when I meet kids on here and I talk to them, it's like talking to my kid, but then there's other people who, like I said, they're just predators. It just depends on the person. You can't trust everybody or be too safe.
I think it's a terrible idea, because so something I was taught when I was really young was don't necessarily look to your parents for advice. Look for advice of who you want to be. So I want to be a lot like my mom, and I want to be a lot like my dad. So of course, in those aspects, I want to go to them. When you come to Vrchat, if you're looking for a parental figure, no offense, but what are you going to find? You're not. First off, let's say hypothetically you meet these amazing people that want to be parental figures. Somehow by chance you meet these people. What do they have to teach you? You don't know who they are. Who you see me as is a completely different person than the people closest to me as. You're always going to be different who you are online than who you are in person. Because you approach things differently. You have different reactions. You have different steps to take. You know what I mean? Kids, if they come in here looking for parental figures, it's a terrible idea. This is not the place to meet good people. There are good people, 100%. I'm not going to say everybody's shitty, because they're not. There's a lot of amazing people. But first off, a parental figure. Most of these people aren't here most people on here are not parents, and if they are parents, odds are they are not seasoned parents. And even if they are seasoned parents, you don't know if they're good parents. You don't know what their house looks like. You don't know. I'm not saying as far as like, oh, they needed a fancy house. I'm saying like clean. What if they're really dirty? What if they're really trashy? Not necessarily just the clean aspect, but trashy people. You don't know. These kids don't know. So looking on here for something that they can't truly understand is foolish, and I hope they don't do it. And if they do it, I hope they run across the right people. And I hope the more people we meet, the more people we come across, the better they are, and we help people become better. I feel like if you help one person become better, that person goes and helps another person become better, and then that person makes 2 people better, and so on and so on, and it's a chain reaction. But same with negative. So, yeah, I really hope a lot of kids don't come on here and do that.
Parental figures, I think that it's not weird. Like, yes, there's a weird way of, of parentals. Is that there's the creepy way, and then there's the wholesome way.
Oh, so when I used to play, or I still play, but back then, when I used to play a lot, I did have a parental figure, but I mainly did it to comfort myself because usually my parents would always have no time to hang out with me. They usually never talk to me because they would always have to work. So I think kids would find parental figures on here to try to get the attention and the love they might not have gotten, which I can see why I've done it, and I can see why other kids would do it as well. If someone were to ask me to be their dad, I wouldn't mind, because again, I've had parental figures in this game before, and being groomed. Yeah, I was groomed at age 14 by a 20 or 21, and they were supposed to be my parental figure, and I thought it was just a fun game because I was still a kid. It's just fucked up that people would do that to children. I don't think any kid should go through what I've gone through, being used and being groomed and that. Just be careful. That's all I really want to say. Just be careful with choosing the right person. Make sure you know them well enough to actually call them your mom or dad or parental figure that you want them to be.
Yeah, I saw that. You asked that question, and it's something that's never even occurred to me that would be something that might happen. Kids looking for, you said a parental figure in Vrchat or something like that. Yeah, I guess it's just a modern version of what's always existed, of kids having heroes or somebody they look up to, a role model, or some celebrity or an athlete, and then in the more modern age it became like a YouTuber, and I guess going into the future maybe it'll be Vrchat people. I don't know, but maybe that's just a modern version of something that has always existed, of kids looking up to somebody. The thing that I hope is that they're looking up to the right kind of person. That could be a dicey game if it's a bad influence. Just like with any other kind of well-known personality, it could lead somebody down the wrong way. But that just means we gotta go make an effort to try to raise up the kind of people that we want to be an example of. The kind of people we like in Vrchat, No, I would say yes, man. When it comes to younger people in Vrchat, man, it's just I get such a queasy feeling, ugh, I don't like kids and adults mixing in this area. It's not appropriate, man. You know what I mean? And I feel like that goes back to what we were talking about earlier with the parents monitoring the child's activity. But if the kid already has an absentee parent they're trying to fill a hole for, man, that's just damn, that's a problem I wish I could solve. I don't know, that's a hard one to answer, man. I just feel like they should probably look somewhere else other than Vrchat. They need to find a role model, maybe in real life somewhere, that a teacher, or maybe a athletic coach or something like that, some positive person in their community that they can reach out to. But I don't know about Vrchat, man. This place is too risky. I'd say kids stay amongst the kids. Adults stay in the adults. The mixing is what's weird. I don't like all that.